Alright guys, we're hit with a new chapter and as well as a new background menu finally. I guess this is just to showcase and set up the new arc we're about to get into right now. So yeah, surprises are at hand and I'm looking forward to seeing how this chapter plays out. So if anything else, hope you all continue to enjoy. Thank you again for all love and support. And let's do this. Alright guys, welcome back. So we're going to continue on with the side quest of Daughter in Danger, which is pretty much in the Satan district. I talked to this dude right here. What's your name, sir? Rumsfeld? Yo, we got a request from Rumsfeld. You the guy? I'm the Spriggan from Arkwright Solutions. Ah, yes, thank you. It's good to put a face to the name. Your request entailed rescuing a young lady? Yes, let's get right to it. I haven't much time. The lady in question is Berzelia, daughter of the CEO of the Bank of Edith. My name is Rumsfeld, and I serve as the young Mrs. Butler and bodyguard. Oh wow, that's one of the biggest financial institutions in Calvert. They have a watertight reputation from what I hear. They do everything by the book. Wow, that's impressive. So she's really rich? Okay, so what's the situation? Right, it brings me shame to admit, but she's been kidnapped. We don't know who the perpetrator might be. It only just happened last night as her caretaker. Yeah, that's serious. I was worried that's what it was. Sounds pretty dire. Did the kidnapper make any demands? What other information do we have to go on? Well, the young miss is a semi-permanent resident here at the hotel penthouse, you see. Her father arranged it for her, hoping it would let her live more on her own terms than if she were at his home. But last night, the young miss slipped away for a night to herself and she failed to return. This morning, we found a ransom note delivered to the hotel written for the president. We have your daughter, 10 million mira in cash. What if her daughter's the one doing it? Bring the money to the exchange point. Bring police or bracers and we kill her. Indeed, some individual or a group has captured her. The culprit also sent the mobile terminal Berzelia has been using. They're meticulous to a terrifying degree. That's why I turned to you. We need your help to investigate these villains. We'd also like to accompany her father to the exchange point. Ah, I getcha. They said no police or bracers, but maybe they'll count a Spriggan as an exception. Okay. We alright taking this on now? I mean, sure. We're on the case. Thank you ever so much. I knew I could count on you. So first off, can we talk to the dad? Where is he? Well, the CEO, her father, rather, is often busy with his work. He's currently overseeing a project to bring orbital network coverage to rural areas in Calvert. As this involves traveling to said areas, he has no network signal out there. We've been unable to contact him. Yeah, that's a problem. If he doesn't have any signal, we straight up can't call him, right? Yeesh, talk about bad timing. So that pretty much puts him out of the question. We gotta do this on our own, sounds like. I did observe some strange behavior that might be relevant to the case. Lately, Berzelia has been refusing her bodyguard's company when she goes out. Of course she does, because otherwise, how else would she not be kidnapped? She frequents the Terrell district in those days. I see. We would like to watch on her from a distance when she would go there. And we found that she had befriended this young man who, pardon my judgment, but he has the air of a ruffian about him. Huh. Could he have roped Berzelia into something shady? Well, in spite of it, their interactions were surprisingly cordial. The young man would buy her ice cream, take her to the movies. By all accounts, they were simple friends. We had thought that she was in good hands and that we could give her her space, but evidently not. I see. That makes me curious about the young man's background. Same. Let's get to work. First up, Terrell. Oh, do we have some time before they want the ransom money? We do have time. By all means, take whatever time you need to investigate. The criminal specified Dirk Memorial Park as the exchange point. I will await you at the park's entrance. Once you complete your investigation, please rendezvous with me. Sounds like a plan. Alright gang, let's get out there and start digging for clues. Let's hit up that ice cream vendor first, see what they have to say. Understood. I'll keep tabs on the time we have left until the handover.
Commencing mission!
Alright, Terrell it is. Boom.
Time to depart.
You know how long it's been since I last had ice cream? Alright, let's find her. Oh, there's also a blue thing here. Alright. 2 things to explore.
One bullet can change your fate.
How
Hello?
about some nice cold ice cream? Oh, it's the film that won the Leon d'Or.
Hi there. I'm a private investigator working on a case with my assistants here. We're looking into a couple of people for one of our clients at the moment. Have you had a rich-looking girl stop by your stall by any chance? She would have had a young guy with her, something of a delinquent. Oh, yes, I know exactly who you must be talking about. They look like the oddest pair together, so they stuck out like a sore thumb. That's great. Could you tell us more about them? Do you remember what they were talking about? What was your first impression of them? Let me think. For 2 people who seemed about as different as you could get, they were getting along unusually well. Like, they were pretty good friends. The guy looked like a bit of a rough character, but he was telling her all kinds of things about the Terrell district. As for the girl, she seemed pretty worried about her relationship with her dad. He was being pretty sweet and trying to give her advice from what I could hear. That's interesting. So he was talking about her family. Judging by what Rumsfeld told us, it definitely sounded like she and her father weren't at all that close. Maybe that's what's been bothering her. Could you tell us a bit more about the guy? Anything that stuck out about him? Every little detail helps. He didn't seem all that remarkable to me, so it's hard to know what to say. But he did seem surprisingly naive for a guy who otherwise looked like a troublemaker, I can tell you that much. I also heard him mention that his mom runs a general store over in Old Town. Did you say general store? Of all the people it could have been, it had to be him, huh? Wild. What do you mean, Mr. Arkwright? Is that to say you might know the identity of the young man in question? Yeah, you could say that. Think about it. Old Town, general store, deadbeat son. There's only one guy I can think of who ticks all the boxes. I'm talking about Eddie, the son of the lady who runs Newberry General Store. Oh, now I get it. You must be right. I've heard rumors before that he likes to go out partying at night. We still don't know how the hell a guy like him wound up meeting such a rich girl, though. There's gotta be more to this story. We need to find more info. If you're looking for someone else to talk to, why don't you try Macmillan Cafe? I've seen the 2 of them talking at the terrace before a handful of times. Someone there might know something. I see. Thank you for the information. We'll be sure to look into it. Oh, yes we will. But before that...
Hey, did you see? There's a new movie.
Oh, it looks like the movie theater changed the banners. Hey, you're right. They were for Golden Blood before, but now they're showing Wolves Requiem. Could that be a result of the awards at the Tharbad Film Festival? That's what I put my money on. It's been like that with other film festivals too. Whenever a movie takes the top prize, it always sees a big jump in moviegoers. Plus, for as popular as Golden Blood has been, its box office earnings were starting to taper off anyway. So, it makes sense that they'd switch out banners now to promote the latest hot thing. That's true. I've been seeing all kinds of things leaning in that direction lately, not just movie theaters. It feels like every magazine lately is publishing interviews and specials about Nina. At this point, she must be getting as much media exposure as Judith. Part of that's probably her agency striking while the iron's hot and getting her out there. You gotta figure. Especially while Judith's got tabloids like the Buzz Raider going to town on her, writing pretty much whatever they please. Whatever indeed. I saw a headline recently that claimed she was brooding after she lost the award for Best Actress to Nina. Really? I don't think she'd be like that, if you ask me. Exactly, if anything. I imagine it would light a fire in her to work even harder. Hell, I've seen Rags claim she's even got herself a boyfriend these days. What, she does? These are tabloids we're talking about here. What do you think? Doesn't matter what they publish is real or total bullshit, so long as it makes them money, that's what counts. So don't go taking them at their word. Though I gotta say, a certain someone seems awful invested in the woman's love life. I'm not sure invested is the right word for it. It's just a little surprising to hear that out of nowhere. But you're right. It's good to be cautious with those. Alright, so another spot is the Macmillan Cafe, right? So very well.
One bullet can change your fate. Good to revive the show.
Ah,
Smash
okay,
hit.
over here.
Wolves Requiem.
Alright, which one of you do I speak to over here? Wait, are you... upstairs? Okay. Okay. Fine. Fine. Further up. Giselle. Hi there, I'm a private investigator working on a case with my assistants here. We're looking into a couple of people for one of our clients at the moment. You see any young rich girls hanging out with a rough and round the edges guy around here recently? Doesn't have to be a big lead or nothing. Whatever you know, we'd appreciate it if you shared it with us. Ooh, a private investigator, huh? That's a neat job you have. You won't happen to be that famous Spriggan everyone likes to talk about in these parts, would you? Spriggan? Sorry, I've got no idea what you're talking about. Not to be rude, but we're pressed for time. We know those two have been to this cafe, and we're looking to find someone who can tell us more. Sorry if I offended you. It's just not every day I get to talk to people like you. Anyway, I definitely know who you're talking about. I've seen those two people sitting at the table over there a lot lately. They get up to some pretty interesting conversations. I know it's rude, but I can't help but listen in on them, you know? Well, are they obnoxiously loud? Because if that's the case, then that's not your fault. We all have ears, you know. May we ask what they've discussed in those conversations? Well, earlier, the girl was asking him all sorts of things about kidnapping. Like, what sorts of cases have there been before, or what goes into kidnapping someone, stuff like that. He had this serious expression on his face, but she looked happy and excited for some reason. So it's looking like I was right. She set the whole thing up. If only she thought to ask me. I'm an expert in that sort of thing. I could have told her everything she wanted to know and then some. This woman appears to have some very peculiar interests. That's so weird. Why would she want to talk about kidnapping? She must have had some sort of reason. Wait, could it have been something to do with this case? Yeah, although we still don't have enough proof yet to be sure. I don't know what you guys are going on about, but it sounds like you were able to figure something out. Glad I was able to help. Oh, one more thing. That guy seems to run with a pretty tough crowd. You better be careful if you're gonna keep investigating him. Oh, yeah, that crowd, right? I'm not worried. What sort of people are you talking about? From what I overheard, he belongs to Desire. They're a nasty gang. Fighting, stealing, blackmailing, you name it. They've done it and more. Those people aren't above doing anything. Whatever it takes to get what they want, they'll do it without blinking an eye. You know, I have no doubt that they're somewhat skilled and well-equipped, but the name Desire does not leave much in terms of intimidation. It's more like a tabloid magazine as well, if anything. And I don't think that guy understands what he's gotten himself into. He seems to believe they have more honors and morals than they really do. The girl didn't seem to know any better either, and just went along with what he had to say. We've talked to him before in the past. His name's Eddie, and that was more or less the impression he gave me, yeah. That makes me think they might just be using him for all he's worth if his outlook toward them is that rosy. That's what I wanted to warn you about. It's not him you need to be concerned about, it's the people he works with that could be a problem. Right, it's entirely possible Eddie's being put up to something without realizing it. Thanks for the tip. You've given us a lot to work with. Now that we know all of that, where should we go next? I think we got a good handle on what's probably going on here. Now we just need to confirm our findings and go from there. For now, we should figure out what's been going on with Eddie. Time to take a trip to Newberry and Old Town. Alright. Quick travel. Boom, boom, boom.
Let's do this.
Oh, why hello.
Hello to you too, Brenda. Can we talk to you about the kid? Hey Brenda, I'm dropping by because of a job. I wanted to ask you about your son. Mind telling us what your kid's been up to lately? Oh, Adia, should I be worried? Did that boy of mine do something? No, nothing to be alarmed about. We're looking into something and we thought to ask him a few questions. How's he been doing lately? Feel free to go into as much detail as you can, please. That's a relief, or as much as it can be, really. I get no end of stress when it comes to that boy. As for how he's been lately, something does come to mind. He usually doesn't have a single mirror to his name and will constantly demand I lend him some, but he looks like he's doing well lately. Actually, he even said he'd finally pay me back all he owed. That's good news, isn't it? You don't sound excited. I know for a fact that boy doesn't have a job, not even a part-time one. The money he's been getting is coming from that gang he's a part of. And if that's not enough, they said they might promote him if he did good with his current job, if you can believe it. I think he mentioned it having to do with helping this girl he'd met, but I didn't really get it. The plot thickens. Must be some big shit he's up to if they're offering him authority. It's also a matter of the girl in question. At this point, I believe we can more or less piece together what his task entails. So Eddie's really up to something dangerous, isn't he? That stupid son of mine. Could you please lend him a hand? Despite everything, I'm still his mother and would hate to see him hurt. Don't even need to ask. Neighbors gotta look out for one another. Oh, Eddie. Yeah, poor bum. I'm glad we're finally done talking to Brenda. That was a lot. We have everything we need to report back to Mr. Rumsfeld now, don't we? Correct. Considering when the two sides are supposed to meet, the timing couldn't be better. Which means we're heading out to Dirk Memorial Park next. We'll take the time to go through all the info we gathered and come up with an action plan. Sounds good to me. Alright, Dirk Memorial it is. Quick travel again, please. And, yes.
Heading to the objective.
Oh, there you are. Oh, it's good to see you all. I gather your investigation to the culprit is finished, yes? Would you please inform me of what you found? Sure. We've more or less figured out what led to all of this. It's gonna take some explaining, so we'll go one step at a time. First thing you should know is your girl's been hanging out with a local punk named Eddie. He's a part of a gang known as Desire, though he hasn't really fit in with them much until now. Desire? I've heard of that group. People say they're so ruthless and cunning, even the police closely monitor their movements. It's true, yet despite all that, it seems that Eddie's been making a fair bit of money lately. In fact, it started happening right when he and Brasilia first met. We have reason to believe those two in fact are connected to each other. I think I understand what you're trying to say. Essentially, you believe that this Eddie fellow is receiving payment in exchange for befriending my lady? Yeah, something like that. Considering who he hangs with, it makes sense that Desire would put him up to this. Although it's possible that the money might actually come directly from Brasilia herself. I see. To that end, we've uncovered evidence that appears to tie all this together. According to his mother, Eddie said something rather peculiar to her. Namely that if his so-called current assignment went well, he could be promoted to the gang's upper leadership. Considering the timing of this statement, it feels all but certain that this assignment in question must refer to the kidnapping and ransom. I see. I believe I understand the situation now. Basically, it was Eddie who committed the kidnapping while Desire was the organization that masterminded it, correct? Yeah, but that's not all. This is where things get crazy. It looks like Brasilia herself was in on the plan too. She was? It checks out the more you think about it. Long story short, this whole thing is a real kidnapping, a staged kidnapping, both. The truth of the matter is this kidnapping is both real and staged at the same time. I will admit I had the faintest suspicion deep down that may indeed be the case. Then let me rephrase my earlier assessment. In essence, my lady initially devised the kidnapping to be staged. However, now that Desire is involved, they are now attempting to turn it into an actual one with genuine stakes, yes? Bingo! They're only pretending to help her with her plan. But in reality, they're after a much bigger payday. Knowing how evil these guys are, I definitely wouldn't put it past them to try something like this. If only I had paid greater heed to my lady's loneliness. Perhaps she wouldn't have felt the need to go to such extreme lengths. I'm so sorry. I can only imagine how you must feel right now. It is what it is. We can't take back what's already happened. I think more than anything she's trying to test her old man to see if he'll choose her over his work. Moving along, I believe the main question now is how to go about addressing the ransom itself. You do not have to respond to their demands. We can attempt to ambush them instead if you prefer. No, that's quite alright. My lady's safety is absolute paramount. As much as I would prefer to avoid doing so, I'm fully willing to offer the money if that's what it takes. Are you sure? 10 million mira is a massive amount, even for the president of a bank. Indeed it is. Nevertheless, I am prepared to take full responsibility for such a loss. I'm certain that if my master were here, he would come to the same decision without a doubt. As you wish. Alright then, we'll play things straight with them. But keep in mind, we're talking about a gang that had the guts to pull something like this in the first place. I don't think it's realistic to expect these goons to be on the top and up when it comes time to make the exchange. Best we stay flexible and see how they act. Depending on how it all goes down, we may need to shift gears. If we do, we still might be able to get the girl back without you having to fork over any mira. No promises, but we'll see. I appreciate the consideration. It's clear how professional and thorough you all are. Regardless, we still have some time remaining before our meeting with my lady's captors is set to commence. Shall we wait here until it's time to depart for the rendezvous point? Let me give it some thought. Yeah. Might as well. We're all set on our end. Actually, before we go, I doubt those goons would take too kindly to all of us rolling up at once. We should keep the number of people who meet with them to a minimum. You okay if it's only me who tags along? Certainly. That sounds like a wise suggestion. If I may make a suggestion, Mr. Arkwright, why don't you pretend to be my subordinate? Ha! Never thought I'd be an under-butler. Works for me. Undertaker. I was gonna say that instead. In that case, the rest of us will remain close by so that we can quickly move in, should you require our assistance. That sounds like a plan. Be careful, you two. Good luck, guys. You got this. Thanks. Stay sharp in case things go south. Several minutes later, Van and Rumsfeld, I've been calling him Rumsfeld for a while now. Rumsfeld arrived at the location designated for their ransom delivery. With only moments to spare, the two came prepared, hauling an attaché case filled with Mira. There you are. Rumsfeld, you came. Oh, my lady, I'm so relieved you're alright. Well, now, let's not count our chickens before they've hatched. We specifically asked for the girl's pops to come do the trade-off, but I sure don't see him anywhere. What's the deal? Don't tell me he's the guy next to you. I find that a little hard to swallow. No, the master's currently away on business in a remote region. We, as her bodyguards, have been dispatched in his stead. Sorry, I'm not the guy you're looking for. But don't worry, we still made sure to bring what you're really after. We got 10 million Mira right here. Should be enough to satisfy ya? That's good enough. You did the bare minimum you were expected to, at least. Sucks to be you though, eh, girlie? His own daughter gets nabbed and your old man just throws some cash at the problem. Can't even be bothered to show his face. Don't you think it's a little suspicious he's at work? Maybe he decided to ditch you and hang out with his girl toy instead. My father would never do any such thing. But I suppose perhaps that he doesn't love me after all, even if this failed to sway him. Briselia. My lady, you have nothing to fear. It's true the master is ill-mannered at times, but there's nobody in all of Zemuria who loves you more than he. If you don't mind, I have a message I'd like for you to hear. Perhaps it'll demonstrate how he truly feels. Is that my mobile terminal? What's it doing here? The master set a recording to this device yesterday. Please have a listen. Is this thing on? Am I being recorded? First, I should explain that I have to take off this morning on the first train out. Since we cannot speak in person, I wanted to leave a message for you at the very least. That's my father's voice. It's really him. I am sorry, Briselia. I'm always so distracted with my work. I can only imagine how lonely you must feel. Your birthday's coming up soon, isn't it? I know I was away on other business trips for the past 2 birthdays and wasn't able to celebrate as I should have. But I promise you, I'll do whatever it takes to make sure I'm home in time for your birthday this year. And when I do return, I'm gonna give you your present myself. Until then, it pains me that I have to leave you alone yet again. Please try to keep your spirits up. Know that I really, truly do love you, Briselia, my darling daughter. Father, I didn't realize you cared so much. Glad he decided to step up and show he knows how to be a dad for once. How'd you manage to come across the voicemail? I'm genuinely impressed. Well, I remember that the master asked me several days ago how to send such a message to someone. It made me wonder if perhaps it was the young lady to whom he sent it. Then, when I went searching, sure enough, there it was. How could I have been such a fool? I shouldn't have doubted father and tested him like this. I'm sorry, Rumsfeld. I must confess, this whole kidnapping was planned by me. No. Really? I was scared father didn't truly love me, so I... Think nothing of it, my lady. You felt the need to act. I completely understand how you must feel. Thanks, Rumsfeld. I'm okay, Eddie. You can let go of my hand now. I might not have achieved what I set out to do, but I still want to pay everyone what I can in exchange for their time. Briselia, you don't have to do that, but if you're comfortable with it, I won't stop you. Not. So quick, Eddie. This dumb sob story's over. Now the fun begins. What's the meaning of this? We had a deal. Are you breaking it? You bet your fine rich ass we are. Why take your pitiful paycheck when we can make off with that hefty ransom? And it's all thanks to our wonderful pal Eddie. We couldn't have done it without him. It's not every day you meet a gullible mark who's just begging to be held hostage and robbed of her own money. You can't be serious. You tricked me, Eddie? I trusted you. No, that's not true. I only agreed to help out with your fake kidnapping, I swear. This is news to me too. And as for you two gents, don't even think about trying anything funny. Hand over the case, nice and quiet like. And make it quick, or else I can't guarantee Daddy's little girl will celebrate her birthday in one piece. If you put even a single scratch on Miss Brazalia, you will pay for it. And I hate being right. I had a feeling it'd go down like this. I didn't ask you to introduce yourself, but I know you're that famous brigand everyone talks about anyway. I was on the lookout for cops or bracers, but I sure didn't count on meeting someone like you. That geezer there is one conniving old fart. So you know about Mr. Arkwright as well, do you? I figured you'd be some mere hoodlum, but it appears you're smarter than you look. A shame you're wasted on such nonsense. Well, if you know who I am, then we can cut straight to the chase. I took on a job and I fully intend to complete it. You're giving that girl back one way or another. If you want to make a deal, we can talk, but not until you hand her over first. Otherwise, I've got permission from my butler friend to send you all straight to Adios. Don't think I won't do it. Hey, hold on a minute, Jeffrey. The Desire I know would never stoop to something this low. Put the gun down before you do anything we'll all regret, please. We'd never do something like this. Ha! Don't make me laugh. You don't know the first thing about us. Listen, I got you in the gang for one reason and one reason only. Because you made for a handy expendable pawn. But you know what? You did good putting this rich brat up to all this. Better than I ever expected, really. I owe you one, so I'll tell you what. You can leave our gang right now, if you're so queasy about getting your hands dirty. How about it? You can't. You can't be serious. Jeffrey, tell me you're lying. I looked up to you. I thought you were a badass. Quit your sniveling already. Ah! Eddie! Anyway, getting back to business. Where were we? Alright, letting the girl go free. I wouldn't push my luck if I were you. Last time I checked, you weren't in position to be making demands of us. As far as we're concerned, this chick's just a pile of used bait now. You sure you want to push your luck? Very well. We shall go ahead and hand over the briefcase. All we ask is that you return the young lady to us unarmed. Yeah, you got my word. Now step forward nice and slowly. Any sudden movements and I'll blow her brains out. Stop right there. Leave the case on the ground and go straight back. I'll only let her go if you do. Got it. I hear you. Now comes the tricky part. There's no way he hands her over quietly. We already agreed that Rumsfeld would go in and rescue her while I held these idiots back. The question is what to do about the money. The safest thing would be to prioritize her safety and let the cash go. But that'd be 10 million mira down the drain. Hardly chump change. On the flip side, Rumsfeld and I could trust Eddie with the case and focus on rescuing the girl. What to do? Prioritize her safety, trust Eddie with the money. Whew, buddy. Why can't I do both? Like, I can't believe they're even giving me the choice to prioritize her safety over the money. I could just do both. But I'm feeling like I want to go with trusting Eddie with the money, just so that no one loses anything. Because it's not like we're going to let the girl get hurt anyway, right? Yeah, I'm not letting them get the money. Screw that. I'm still saving the girl. It's settled. I'm going to trust Eddie to keep the money safe. You're damn right I did. Now it's your turn. Hand her over now. You'd think after netting this much cash doing nothing, I'm just going to let her go? I'd have to be stupider than you. Amazing. A few measly little threats were enough to convince you to part ways for 10 million mira? You're one of a damn kind. We'll be holding on to her for a time being. Better start scrounging up some more mira for the next ransom. No! Too damn predictable. Hey buddy, when I clear your name and do something good for once, think fast. Then flung the attache case to Eddie, who caught it. Huh? Holy, this thing's heavy. Think you can scam us out of our dough, do you? Give it here, Eddie. No, I'm not letting Desire get a single coin. Wrong choice, buddy. I gave you a chance. Now go say hi to Adios, dipshit. Yeah! Eddie! What? My lady, over here. Okay. What the hell are you idiots doing? Don't blame me, boss. That old dick's stronger than he looks. Damn. I thought they put this much of a fight. But the numbers are on our side. It's 5 on 2, or should I say, 1. Famous or not, you're still just a single spriggan flying solo. I'd love to see you take on all of us. You think I still work solo, huh? Well, I got bad news for you, pal. Arkwright Solutions is expanding these days. Everyone, are you okay? Your fun's over now that we're here. Now it's 5 on 4, though I do believe it's fair to say that the balance of power is tipped in the other direction. All of which is to say is thank you all for coming to our aid. Some reinforcements, you've got chicks with you. Yeah, we still got the edge. Come on, Jeffrey, let's get them. Damn it. No, we're pulling out. What? You heard me. I said we're pulling out. You heard him, boys. Time to scram. Don't think you've won, jackass. I'll make you regret crossing us. Well, that was a surprising turn of events. I half expected them to press their luck and come in swinging. Guess Desire's got some brains after all, especially in that fearless leader of theirs. But that's not the important thing right now. Shit, I can't believe I actually got shot back there. Ah. Eddie, Rumsfeld, he needs first aid right away. Can you help him? Certainly, my lady. Let me help too. I don't know, I'd bonk him over the head first before I ever help him. Oh, good work, everyone. We got a lot done today between rescuing Brizelia and patching up Eddie. He's not completely out of the woods. I've got a hunch those goons are going to have it out for him after what we pulled. So I took the liberty of tipping the cops off about this whole mess so they can keep an eye on their radar. But at least you'll live to see another day thanks to our little hostage quick thinking, kid. Eddie did nothing wrong. He was tricked by all the rest of them. How could I not help? He even managed to save the money. Thank you so much for everything, Eddie. I'm so sorry I ever doubted you. What I said was terrible. Nah, it's okay. I totally understand. I'm the one who ought to be apologizing here. I'm so sorry I put you through that nightmare. I can't tell you how glad I am that you're okay. It's nice to see the two of you make amends. We'll cover the cost of his care. It's the least we can do to repay him for what he's done. Looks like he can handle things from here then. Unless you need anything else, I think we're gonna bounce. Mr. Arkwright, everyone, thank you again for your assistance. I cannot begin to tell you just how grateful I am to have you on our side.
All in a day's work.
Well,
Love to see it.
that takes care of that.
Reward deposited.
That's not a lot. I was kind of hoping for at least 10K or something. Did I get anything out of that? No? Alright. Really? Is that all? Alright, I mean, that wasn't bad, to say the least. Honestly, though, it was mainly that kid's fault, though, in the first place, for even, like, giving her the idea. Alright, what's our next one here? Hold on.
Ladder launched.
New religions. My father's become ensnared. Haven't heard from him. Okay, well, that's our next one.
Objective set.
Alright, and Station Street it is.
Let's be on our way.
Alright, where are you hiding, buddy? Okay, you're down. You're by the end staircase over there. Okay. So, wait. Oh, yeah, over here. What? Hold on.
One bullet can change your fate. Catch a revival showing of the smash hit,
Over
Wolf's
here.
Requiem.
Oh, they're already advertising the movie? I mean, I saw the banners and all. I just didn't think it was that soon. Stefan. Are you Stefan? The guy that wrote that request? Or with Arkwright Solutions? You really came! Oh, thank goodness. I was worried you wouldn't even see my request. You mentioned worrying about the safety of your father? Yeah, he got himself caught up in a suspicious sounding new religion. What he chooses to believe is his own choice, of course, but I haven't been able to get in touch with him for some time now. That's why I'd like you to try and find out if he's alright or not. That's all? Don't want us to try and knock some sense into him? I feel like that's what most people in your position would try to do. I have mixed feelings on the whole situation, to be honest, that religion in particular. It hasn't been all bad on us, or him really. Have you heard about them? They're called Libra Domina. Never heard of it, no. Nor have I. Its fundamental beliefs are largely the same as those of the Septine Church. They worship atheists for one. But on top of that, it's also based heavily on the concept of karma. Doing good deeds brings rewards, while bad ones do the opposite. It doesn't sound so bad to me. As I said, it's actually done a lot good for him. My father was kind of a terrible person before he joined them, you see. He refused to work and would just spend all his time either gambling or drinking himself silly. Mom got tired of it and they eventually divorced. I didn't see him after that. Well, not until recently. When I finally met him again, it was like he was a totally different person. A friend of his apparently recommended he join the church, which he did. And the church put him back on the right track. Pretty much, he became a really hard worker and dropped both drinking and gambling. He's shown regret for turning his back on his family at the time too. I can't say it's all bad. I'm partly happy he joined actually. But I just can't shake this anxiety I feel the more I hear about them. What have you heard about them? Once people join the church, they start trying to convince anyone and everyone to join too. Recruiting more members is considered one of the good deeds I mentioned earlier, and it lets you level up as a person. Oh, that sounds awfully familiar. I've heard that those who donate particularly large sums of mirror are given special blessings by the religion's guru too. Oh, of course it has something to do with money. My father's hoping that if he does enough good deeds, he'll be able to bring our family back together. I think I want to do good deeds, yeah, but I'm not too sure about the recruitment and donations. The Arusha who I believe in has no interest in those things. So that's why you're worried. Yes, I mean, what if it's just the tip of the iceberg? What if there are worse things happening behind closed doors that I don't know about? So, could I ask you to go and check on him? This really is a job more fit for us than the guild or the cops. What should we do? Should we take on the job right now? I really like how he keeps asking these questions, considering we're going to do it. Sure, we'll take your job on. With that settled, next step is figuring out where to start looking. You said a friend of your dad's is the one that's convinced him to join the church, yeah? Yes, that's right. His name is Carson. I remember hearing that he's usually in the Riverside district at this time of day. Around the terrace area specifically. I think most people that want to join the religion or have any sort of interest in it have to go through him. Good start as any. Alright, let's head to the Riverside and see if we can find this Carson. Just leave the rest to us. We'll let you know if we learn anything useful. Thank you. Good luck. We should go ahead and make our way over to the terrace area of the Riverside district.
Time to start working.
Great. It's that kind of mission. Let's just go here.
Off we go.
Alright, of course you're here.
Now then.
You would be... Wait. Oh, you're down there? Hold on, can I... Oh yeah, there's a down... Okay, cool. I nearly forgot there's a staircase here. I wanted to check. And it would be over here.
Yummy!
Alright, my guy, where are you hiding? Over here, of course. By a bench, no less. Hey, Carson. Looks like the person my client told me about. Hey there, you're Carson, yeah? Stefan told me to come to you. Oh yes, so you know Walton's son then. I'm Carson, yes. I'm pleased to know you have an interest in our activities. Allow me to explain Libra Domina. Yeah, about that. Was kinda hoping we could hear all of this from Stefan's dad, you know? Walton, I mean? I see. Unfortunately, Walton is currently busy with religious service. What kind of religious service? Ah, yes, Walton hasn't been able to make his teats lately, I believe. He's helping out with the service to the church. After all, teats and good deeds both pave the road to a virtuous life. So, if you would allow me to explain our faith to you, I will. Do you have a wish to join Libra Domina faith? Well, I'm intrigued at least. Of course, I can imagine you'll need to experience the wonder of our beliefs first. As it happens, though, you are in fact quite fortunate. You see, we're scheduled to soon hold the ceremony of purifying scales. The ceremony of purifying scales? What's that? Well, to start with, I should make clear that the Libra in our fate's name is the same Libra of the scales. All is made equal by scales. Judgment is passed in the ceremony. Good shall be repaid with good, and evil shall be repaid with evil. Uh-huh. So that's the particular flavor of your faith. So then, what should happen when the scales tip? Well, for those who have done much good, our guru will grant them a blessing. Your guru, you say? For one who's done little good, or one who's done too much evil, our religious leader hands down divine punishment. Really? What right does he have to do that? Don't like the sound of that. What does this divine punishment of yours entail? Should it be called for, they will be forced to even the scales with their own blood. Wait a moment. With their blood? How exactly? Well, honestly, I'm not sure myself. After all, I've never done an evil deed in my life, so I'm not privy to the details. You doing what you're doing is technically evil in and of itself. But, whatever. You need not worry about it. As long as you earn good deeds by preaching and teething, you shouldn't have cause to meet such a fate. Jaegercorps can be pretty hard on people who break the rules too, but I don't know. This feels totally different. I don't like it. Oh, come to think of it, Walton will probably be partaking in the gathering too. Busy as he might be with service, joining the ritual is the duty of all believers. Yeah, we'll take you up on that offer to see the ritual then. Might be a good way to figure out if we want to join your faith or not. Well, of course. I'm thrilled to hear you're interested. The ceremony of purifying scales should be starting momentarily, in fact. The site is a sacred place suitable for freeing and purifying the souls of the people. Riverside's concert hall, of course, which we have reserved for our use. Now, if you don't mind, I'll head over there now so I can inform the receptionist that you'll be coming. Sure, thanks. The Libra Domina feel more dangerous than I first thought they would be. The silver lining is that it sounds like our client's father is still well. I do hope we'll be able to find him at this meeting. Nothing we can do except roll with the punches. Did sound like everyone would turn up though. Y'all be careful while we're there. Of course, a mistake could turn an entire room of disciples into enemies. Don't know what they were going on about with the concert hall being sacred or whatever. Anyway, let's stop these weirdos. I mean, sure. That was a given. Alright, well, thank goodness you can go up again. Where are you hiding, dude? Hi. Hello again, everyone. I've been waiting for you. I've already spoken to the receptionist about your wish to observe our ceremony. It will begin momentarily. Are you ready to join us? Yeah. We're good. Show's in. Of course, come with me. Ah, a cult, of course. Goddess Adios, we offer our gratitude on this holy day. I've done so many good deeds, I'm guaranteed a blessing. Glory to Libra Domina. I already kind of regret coming here. It's so overwhelming. I'll excuse myself now. May our guru bless you all. Yeah, thanks. Goodness, they are certainly passionate. They sure are. Might be new and all, but I get the feeling they're soon gonna be a big pain in the ass at this rate. Honestly, I'd be out the door already, but we gotta find our client's father first. I believe I located him. That man over there might be him. Yes, he matches the description. Good. That confirms that he's alive at least. What do we do now? Everyone, let us offer up our prayers of gratitude for this day, guided by the scales. O dear Adios, gods of the sky, we thank you for this day of salvation. Very well then, in the name of Adios, I hereby proclaim the beginning of the ceremony of purifying scales. We shall correct the injustices that have been left untouched for right and wrong and purify our chaotic world. More like mindless drones than people here. Should we follow along as well? Nah, we're just observers, remember? Don't gotta do anything yet. I get creeped the hell out anyway, just thinking about acting like them. Me too. I feel like even just imitating them would be an offense to Arusha. First, let us begin by rewarding those whose scales tip heavy with good deeds. Followers Carson and Dolly, please step forward. Your worthy deeds and deeds in attacking, well, it may as well be attacking, in attracting new followers have caught the eye of our goddess. Therefore, I grant you both the title of honorary evangelist. May you both be a role model for all followers of our faith. Honorary evangelist? I'm hardly worthy of such a great honor. I'll dedicate my whole life to proving myself worthy of such a title. That's the same Carson we were speaking to before, yes? At least he looks happy, but with the donations and recruitments. It just feels like a classic pyramid scheme in here. To continue forward, it is time to punish those whose scales tip heavy with evil deeds. Follower Walton and the 2 transgressors from the other day, please step up. There's Mr. Walton, but who does he mean by transgressors? This is going from bad to worse. First, the transgressors. Though followers of your faith you may be, you are insincere. You consider us deviants, going so far as to report us to the authorities. Violating the teachings of Adios is a sin heavier than any other. Therefore, I shall hand down your deserved divine punishment in her place. What? Screw that, you crazy cultist. You're a madman. I just stopped by for the hell of it. I'm so done with this. Let us go. And you, follower Walton, stand to receive the god's divine punishment as well. I'm well aware that my deeds are insufficient and I failed to do enough good deeds, but I've been trying very hard to serve the faith by handing out flyers and recruiting people. I will serve as best I possibly can. Please, I beg for a merciful judgment. You admit your failure at doing enough good deeds, but fail to acknowledge all the evil burdens you carry with you. You continue to fail to take responsibility for your past. Were you not a drinker and gambler, one that neglected his family while at it? Your lack of good deeds and heavy weight of your evil deeds tipped the goddess' scales ever away from her favor. That can't be. I thought that by repenting and dedicating myself to my faith, my sins would go away. I'd be able to return to my family. That would only be possible if you'd even the scales with good deeds. Dare you to object to the goddess' judgment? No. You needed fear. Divine punishment as it may be, our sacred ritual will cleanse you from your sins. Open your arms wide to your judgment. I shall observe your last moments myself. Does he have a gun? Now away with you 3. With today's judgment, Adios scales find themselves even once more. May you all continue with your good deeds evermore, so that the gods may acknowledge you. Glory to Libra Domina. This is utterly beyond the pale. Letting a religious movement like this stand is a threat to everyone. Makes me feel sick. Let's bounce before Carson gets back. Let's chase after our client's father and the rest. Afterwards, Van's team managed to sneak out of the concert hall without being noticed by Carson. When they got outside, they saw the groove boarding a luxury sedan driven by a Libra Domina follower. They also saw Walton and the 2 transgressors being forced into a second car. Van approached the leader as they were climbing into the cars, imagining to slip something onto him unseen. Did you just attach something to the groove's clothes? Was it a transmitter? That's the kind of thing you hear about in spy novels and such. You got it. Bit of an older model really, but it's the same grade used by foreign intelligence divisions and such. Got through some, let's say, less than legal means. Been waiting for a while to get the chance to use it. They'll send its signal straight to Zypha. But let's report back to our client first. Gotta make sure he's aware that we found his dad. Allow me to make the report then. Go for it. Let's hurry, gang. Van and company got into their own car and soon started following the signal shown on the Zypha. Soon after, the transmitter stopped and they arrived at the last place they could trace its signal. Where'd he take us? So they've gone underground. It's quite the ideal place for any illicit activities if going undetected is your goal. Let's go after them, or we're gonna lose them. Right. Alright, well, on that note, guys, I'll be ending the video here for today. When we come back, we're gonna go after those punks and save the father and bring him back alive, hopefully. And with all else, we're gonna continue on with the last, I believe, of the side quest, and then finally do a little bit of bonding again. After which, we'll continue on with the main story. So if anything else, thank you all again, and I'll see you in the next one.